Sensational rookie, 19-year-old Lane Frost on Altiser's 56.
No bull rider of that era was more popular than Lane Frost. His story began with a childhood dream. A dream shared by two other young boys to become big rodeo stars. Lane traveled the rodeo circuit with buddies Cody Lambert and Tuff Hedeman.
I'm really glad to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Stuart.
Hey, appreciate it.
When I was a rookie, Tuff Hedeman asked me if I wanted to rodeo with him and Lane Frost and Cody Lambert.
Cody Lambert, BullRider in Bronxville.
That was like a dream come true right there. Them guys were my heroes and get to go on the road with them.
I've been riding bulls since I was 9 years old. I guess I should know how to ride them as long as I've been riding them.
Oh, this guy is something else.
From 1986 until 1991, the PRCA, one of us was world champion. I won in 86, Lane won in 87, Jim won in 88, I won it in 89, Jim won it in 90, I won it in 91. So we just felt like at the start of the year, we wasn't sure who was going to be the world champion. Well, we had a pretty good idea it was going to be one of us.
From Del Rio, Texas, this is Super Bowl VI, the world's richest bull riding.
Super Bowl was what became known as a standalone bull riding. These bull ridings attracted friends Tuff, Lane, and Cody as a way to make a few extra dollars on top of what they'd earn at PRCA rodeos, where they made the bulk of their living. Standalone bull riding events became so big over the next few years that the sport struck out on a path of its own. Shaw Sullivan, a former bull rider himself, made plans to create BRO, Bull Riders Only.
The idea to start the standalone bull riding business really came from my dad when I was about 12 years old. My dad, being a proactive kind of guy, said, well, how would you do it? And so I told him how I would incorporate it, making the bulls as famous as the cowboys.
You just had to give the crowd a thrill with that dismount.
Well, I don't always ride that good, but I can usually get off pretty exciting or do something afterwards.
When I started Bull Riders Only, the thought process was to get somebody who was representative of the sport of rodeo involved, as well as somebody who was representative of the cowboys, the bull riders. Well, Lane Frost was the natural person to get involved because he really promoted himself. So I pitched the idea to Lane, and he was on board.
Sullivan had just signed the Michael Jordan of his sport. Lane committed to BRO on a Wednesday. That Saturday, he rode in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Here's the 87 world champion bull rider. This is Lane Frost from Quanah, Texas. Got a really good ride going, making those moves. He's hanging in there. All right, and there's the gun. And whoa, they got to get the bull out of there. And Lane Frost banked up a bit. He's calling for help now. A score of 85 points, and here come the medics.
No vest to protect him. Lane was hooked by the bull's horn, severing an artery. Minutes later, he died. Lane's passing ripped the sport raw. Lane Frost was the face of bull riding. Best friends Tuff and Cody served as pallbearers at Lane's funeral.
People say that time heals everything. That will never heal in my mind, never.
5 months later, Tuff Hedeman paid tribute to his friend the only way he knew how. At the National Finals Rodeo in Las Vegas, he rode a bull an extra 8 seconds for his fallen friend. He won the second of 3 PRCA bull riding championships and dedicated his 1989 title to Lane.